and continue to make it painful for Putin
Yep.
not to come to the negotiating table, because that means you can get that sustainable and lasting peace that we need out
Yep.
of Ukraine. And I think that NATO summit will be quite an important moment for bringing this together.
So this brings us to the biggest challenge that we're facing, which is we've got three challenges in Europe. One is we need to continue to rearm or arm Ukraine to keep them in the fight, and so that you can bring Putin to the table. Secondly, we've got to rearm ourselves for all the reasons we were describing, restore our stockpiles and our deterrence. And third, we're going to need to backfill for the US. So is one of the things we want to get out of the NATO summit agreement on a timetable of US pivoting towards Asia that works within European capacity?
That sort of orderly approach and outcome to the US shifting more towards Pacific defence and Europe moving quickly to stand on its own two legs, I think would be a real bonus, would be a real win. Or at least, probably more likely, knowing how these conferences go, these summits go, is the beginnings of a process to work through that timetable together.
Okay, before you leave us, Simon, we did want to ask you a few non-defence questions about your time as Cabinet Secretary, because it really did coincide with quite an extraordinary political period. Do you miss being at the epicentre of things for so long?
Not at all. I really don't. I never believed it when I was in, still in role in post, and I would meet predecessors or sort of former colleagues who'd come along, and they were always smiling and they looked much healthier. They didn't look quite so pale, and they'd say, it's great. And you think, oh no, surely not. And I've got there, and I really don't.